Fantastic. Good morning. Welcome. Let's go ahead and jump on in. So we'll find our feet on the floor, about hips width distance apart. Find the length in your spine. Begin to relax the shoulders back and down away from the ears. Notice the sitting bones firmly rooting down into the seat. And allow some length in the spine as if there's a string pulling you up through the crown of your head. Just begin to relax the shoulders, soften the face and jaw, perhaps closing the eyes or softening the gaze, allowing your full attention to move into your body. Just take a moment to scan and observe, noticing whatever sensations are present this morning. In this moment, right here, right now. Just taking note with kindness and curiosity. And allow that attention to drift to your breath. Just tuning in to its natural rhythm at first and observing what's happening here. Since the breath is a basic biological function, oftentimes we're not checking in and noticing what's happening. But when we do, it gives us so much information about the state of our body and our mind and our emotions. So when the breath is feeling shallow and fast, perhaps we're on edge or in that fight, flight, and freeze state. When we allow the breath to slow down and deepen, that can shift our nervous system response into that relaxation state. And that's where we need to be in order to allow our bodies to come back into balance, to regenerate. So let's start to slow down and deepen the breaths. As you breathe in, expand the belly out like a balloon as you fill the lower lobes of the lungs. And as you exhale, feel the navel drawing in toward the spine, the diaphragm gently draws up. Inhaling, the belly is expanding, the rib cage fills in every direction like a barrel. Exhaling from the ribs all the way down, pull the navel in, letting all the air go. If you'd like, you can place your hands on the belly and chest to feel this. Inhale, expanding the belly, filling the rib cage. Send the breath all the way up to the top of the lungs. And exhale, release from the top of the lungs all the way down and out. Drawing the navel in and letting go of every last inch of stale air. Now let's continue this 3-part breath at your own pace, letting each breath be slower and deeper than the last. Let's start with comfort with your breath this morning. We'll start with a humming breath before we begin the movement. So with this bumblebee breathing technique, we're going to inhale through the nose and create a humming or a buzzing sound through the throat. Mouth stays closed. So let's receive a big breath in through the nose, fill the belly, rib cage, upper chest. As you exhale, keep the mouth closed and hum it out. Do that 2 more times. Inhale, fill from the belly all the way up. Exhale, hum it out. One more time, inhaling. And exhale, a hum. Breathing in, lengthen through your spine, and as you exhale, slowly lower the chin down to the chest. Keeping the chin on the chest, let's just start to very gently rock the head from side to side. So let these movements be small at first. Just starting to investigate the back of the neck, the upper back and shoulders, and what's happening as you gently rotate from side to side with the chin on the chest. Continue to slow down and deepen your breath. And as we move throughout our practice today, you're invited to incorporate that humming breath. It's a wonderful technique to put us into that rest and digest parasympathetic response, but it's also good if you're having insomnia, sinus issues, things of that nature. So let's start to allow the ear to roll to the shoulder, then exhale, chin to chest. Inhale, opposite ear toward shoulder. Exhale, chin to chest. Let's do that one more time on each side, just making those little rotations a little bit bigger. And the next time the chin comes down to the chest, pause here. Inhale, gently lift the chin skyward. Let your shoulder blades slide down the spine. Pause here. Then exhale, gaze up to the right. Inhale up to center. Exhale up to the left. Inhale up to center. Exhale, chin parallel to the floor. Beautiful. Let's breathe in, sweep the arms out wide, shoulders height. We'll turn the palms to face up, spread those fingers wide, and then exhale, turn the head to gaze to the right. Now, as you do this, let's make a little fist with the left hand and start to rotate the wrist. Making circles with your wrist here, and then move in the opposite direction with those circles. Now let's pause, palm faces up. Inhale, head back to center. Exhale, gaze to the left. Pause for a moment. Make sure you're not squeezing your shoulders toward your ears. Make a little fist with the right hand and start to make circles with that right wrist. Moving in one direction a few times and then in the other. Pausing, bringing the palm back up. Inhale, head back to center. Exhale, turn the arms down, palms down as you release the arms by the sides. Inhale, squeeze the shoulders up to the ears. Exhale, drop them away. Beautiful. Now breathing in, sweep the arms forward in front of you. Plug the shoulders back into the sockets. Pause for just a moment here, a little engagement through your core. And then breathing in, point the fingers up toward the ceiling. Exhale, curl the fingers in toward the wrists. Let's keep that going just a few more times. Inhale, fingers up. Exhale, curling under. Remembering today to never push into any pain, so listen to your body. If it's indicated to back off because the sensations are telling you to do so, please listen to those sensations. And then coming back to center, let's give the hands a little shake. And then bring the arms down by the side, shake, shake, shake. Maybe the shoulders start to shrug as you're shaking the arms. Shake, 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 any tension out. And then receive a big breath in. Let it out. Let's sit forward in the seat, giving yourself a little bit of space to work with. Make sure you feel stable. Feet can be about hips width distance or perhaps a little wider, about shoulders width distance. Breathing in, find the length in your spine. Now let's slowly sweep the arms forward and up overhead. And then exhale, bend the elbows, a little lift of the chest and chin. Stay strong through your abdomen. That pelvic floor is drawing in and up. Inhale, lengthen up, reach up. Exhale, bend the elbows, soften the shoulders, lift the chest, a tiny lift of the chin. Make sure you're not crunching the back of your neck here. Good. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale one more time, a little back bend. Beautiful. Inhale, rise back up. Exhale, release the arms forward and down to the lap. Breathing in, rock your belly and chest forward. Slide the hands back to the hips. Feel this lift through your chest and chin. And as you exhale, slide the hands to the knees, tucking round through the spine, chin to chest, pubic bone toward navel. And let's continue with the seated cat-cow, inhaling forward, letting the shoulders relax back and down. Exhale, rounding through the spine. Soften the head and neck. Let's keep that going. Just a few more rounds, balancing effort with comfort as you move. Remembering you can always use that humming breath today if you'd like. Humming on your exhale. One more. And then inhale, let's rise up, lengthen through the spine. Relax your shoulders back and down. Exhale, this time hinge from the waist and lean forward. Good. Breathing in, let's rock the torso over to the right. Keep that left sitting bone rooted down, maybe a little lean back. Exhale over to the left as you slowly round forward. Now continue at your own pace, linking the movement with the breath. And you've got options today. If you want to play with that humming sound on the exhale, feel free to do so. If you're not feeling it, don't do it. Remember, you've got full autonomy over your practice. So explore what's serving you in this moment right here, right now. When you come forward next, pause. Feel the length in your spine. And then inhale over to the left and back. Exhale to the right as you slowly round forward. Taking your time. Experiment with that humming sound or not. One more rotation in this direction. And as you come forward, pause. Get a little lift of the chest, roll the shoulders back. Now you can stay here with this length in your spine if that feels best in your body. If your body wants to move deeper on an exhale, perhaps you just let yourself soften into the forward fold. Hands can stay on the thighs, or maybe hands slide down the legs. It really depends on how your body is feeling today. So check in with yourself. How can you balance effort with comfort and be kind to your body in this moment? Let's slide the hands back up to the thighs, a little engagement of your abdomen and pelvic floor. Inhale, slowly rise back up. Feel that length here. And then exhale, tip to the right. Maybe the right arm reaches down toward the floor. Left hand can hold on to the thigh or chair. Inhale, lengthen. Exhaling, tipping to the left. Inhale, rise. Good, let's keep that going. Exhale to the right. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to the left. Keep your sitting bones rooted. It's warming up the spine. These nice little side bends. The next time you lean to the left, inhale, come back up to center and just find stillness for a moment. Notice we're flowing today, right? Not a lot of stillness. So let's let these shoulders roll just a little bit. And then rolling in the opposite direction. Now find stillness for a moment. Walk the feet out just a little bit wider for stability. You're still toward the edge of the seat. Press your feet down. Engage the muscles of your legs. Inhale, arms reach out and up. Exhale, cactus arms. Inhale, lengthen, pull your low ribs in slightly. And then exhale, twist to the right. If it feels good on the neck, you might gaze back. If not, keep the head at the center of the chest. Inhale back to center. Exhale, twist to the left. Option to keep the head still or gaze back. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. Good. Now let's do that one more time. Inhale, center. Exhale, right. Left hand to right shoulder. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. Right hand to left shoulder. Inhale, center. Exhale, relax the arms down. Woo, let's do the Macarena. Just kidding. I mean, you can if you remember it. You remember that dance? And then shake. You don't want to do that? No one's looking. All right, excellent, everybody. So let's do a couple of pelvic tilts here. Got to get a good laugh in somewhere, right? Hands to the hips. Inhale, rock the pelvis forward. Exhale, tuck in, round back. So keep your upper body still and just do a couple of cat-cows just with the pelvis, right? These nice little pelvic tilts, warming up the low back just a little bit more. All right, now let's come on back to center, lengthen through the spine, and we'll do some seated lunges. So what we'll do is walk the right foot out to the right. You've got options, remember, so you can stay here in this right angle if that serves your body best. On an exhale, you can turn the torso to the right. Now, if it feels good, you can start to shift the body, so just the right side's on the chair. Bring your right hand for stability, and perhaps slide that left leg back. This is just an option. See what feels good in your body here. Toes can be tucked. Maybe the knee is under the hip. Strengthen up your abdomen. Lengthen through your spine. Breathing in, we'll sweep the left arm forward and up overhead. Feel the length here as if you're being pulled straight up. And then exhale, place the left hand behind the head. Excellent. Now just pausing here for a moment. You might feel a stretch through that shoulder. Breathing in, a little lift of the chest and chin. So your hand is supporting your head and neck here. Inhale, lengthen back up. Exhale, tip to the right. Left elbow rises. Inhale, rise back up. Exhale, left elbow toward left hip. Inhale, rise. Now exhale, a little heart bend or a little back bend, lifting the heart and the chin. Inhale, back up. Exhale, tip to the right. Inhale, rise. Exhale, tip to the left. Inhale, rise. One more time. Exhale, lift the chest, lift the chin, support the back of your head. Inhale, rise. Exhale to the right. Inhale, back up, lengthen. Exhale, left elbow to left hip. Inhale, rise, and exhale, relax that left arm out and down. Ooh, we worked it, right? Give that shoulder a little roll here for a moment. And then when you're ready, very slowly and carefully slide the left foot back to the floor. And then gently walk your way back to center. Now let's give the knees a little rock here from side to side. Just releasing any tension we just built up in that pose. And then when you're ready, we'll switch. So we'll walk the left foot out to the left. Again, option is to stay right here in this right angle, then turn to the left. Now, or is the sliding the foot back. Again, if that's painful, if that's just not supportive, don't do it. So left hand comes to the back of the chair. We'll bring the right hand, inhale out and up, and exhale, right hand to the back of the head. Now let's play with this little sequence again. Keep your legs strong, keep your core strong. Inhale, lift the chest and chin. Beautiful. And then gently rise back up. Exhale, tip to the left, right elbow lifts. Inhale, rise. Exhale, right elbow toward right hip. Inhale, rise. Exhale, back bend. Lift the chest and chin. Inhale up. Exhale to the left. Inhale, rise. Exhale to the right. Inhale up. Exhale, back bend. Lift the chest and the chin. Support your head. Inhale, back up. Exhale over to the left. Inhale, rise. Exhale, right. Inhale, rise, pause. And then let's sweep the arm out and down. And very gently start to slide the right foot back to the floor. Walk the feet back to center. And give the knees a nice little shake from side to side. Woohoo! Excellent. Maybe a little dance here. You can let your arms sway as your knees sway. Maybe a release breath. If you're building up heat and tension, let it out through the mouth. Ah, beautiful. All right, and then slowly coming back to stillness. Let's walk the feet out wide as is comfortable, and you might need to sit back to get this width and be comfortable. And again, listen to your body, be where you're at, don't push into any pain. So just start by lengthening through your spine here. Breathing in, lift the heels, reach the arms out and up. And then exhale, lower the heels, release the arms down. Inhale, lift the heels, lift the arms, strong core. Exhale, lower heels and arms. Let's keep that going like we're taking flight. Inhale, take off. Exhale, relaxing back down. Few more. Coordinating with your breath. Next time you lift the heels and the arms, pause. Pull the navel in. Let the thighs roll outward. And as you exhale, bend your elbows. Let the shoulders roll in and slide down. Feel free to shake the head out if you're finding any tension there. Feel free to come back to stillness when it feels good. One more breath here, keeping those heels lifted if you can. Notice the engagement in the legs. And exhale, relax the arms and the heels. Whew. Big breath in. Let it out. Now keep the hands on the thighs. Inhale, lengthen through your spine. Exhale, twist to the right. And then lean to the right, keeping both hands on the thighs for stability. We're going to be flowing here. Inhale, rise back up, nice and strong through the core. Exhale, turn to the left, and then lean to the left. Maybe right shoulder comes toward that left knee. Inhale, rise, nice and strong through the legs and your core. Exhale, twist to the right, and then lean, left shoulder toward right knee. Inhale, rise. See if you can keep your sitting bones rooted as you continue. Exhaling, lean. Inhale, center. Exhale, first twist, and then lean. Inhale up. Let's keep that going at your own pace, balancing effort with comfort. Letting your breath be your guide. Remember to keep those slow, deep breaths and maybe a little humming, bringing that back in. Notice how it feels. One more time on each side, to the right. To the left. Inhale back to center. And then just let your body sway from side to side. Keep those sitting bones rooted down. Just notice the sensations that you're feeling as you flow to the right and the left. Notice if one side's a little tighter than the other. There's no judgment, just acknowledge what's there. Beautiful. And then coming back to stillness. Now inhale, lengthen through the spine. And exhale, we're going to come right down the center. So keep the hands on the thighs at first. Strengthen up your legs. Lean. You might feel this in the groin, maybe in the inner legs. Do your best. Find that balance. Now, if your body wants to go deeper, elbows might come to thighs. Maybe hands slide down the legs or even the legs of the chair. Again, see what your body's saying. If your body says no, back off. Listen to your body, not me. Soften where you can. Breathe. Back off if you need to. And then when you're ready, hands come back to the thighs. If they're not there already, squeeze your abdomen and your pelvic floor and inhale, slowly rise back up. Now let's sit back in the chair for a moment. Maybe even sliding your sitting bones forward here. And then let your legs extend a bit. So we're giving the hips a little break, right? That was a lot of tension and pressure on the hips. So let's just give those hips an opportunity to stretch out here. And if it feels good, you can reach the arms back behind you. Stretching out. Maybe shaking the head, no. Shaking the head, yes. And then exhaling, relaxing the arms down. Sliding the feet back to the floor. And then pressing your way back up in your chair. And let's slowly walk the feet in. You can heel, toe, the legs back. And let's just give them a little sway when we arrive. Woo-wee. All right. So let's get some movement in those lower legs here, or just in the legs in general. So we'll stay seated toward the front of your chair. So you've got some space to work with behind you. Now feet are hips width distance apart, so your knees are directly in front of your hips. Engage your core. You might hold on to the chair for this one. We're going to breathe in and start by just lifting the left heel. Now this might be enough for you today, but if it feels supportive and you want to challenge, you can lift that left foot. Maybe it's just a little, maybe it's as high as you want to go. Now just pausing here for a moment. Takes a lot of strength to hold that leg in space. And then exhale, we're going to lower it down. Now breathing in, lift the right heel, pause. Maybe that's enough for you today. Maybe it feels good to lift the foot. Again, you can play with how high you lift. Keep your core engaged and your spine nice and long. One more breath here. Woo-wee, build that strength. Exhale, lower it down. Now we're going to add another element in, but you can always go back to what we just did if this next element doesn't serve you. So inhale, lift the left heel, maybe lift the left leg. An option now is to extend the leg and then slowly release the heel to the floor. Slide the foot back. Okay, inhale, lift the right heel, maybe lift the right foot. You can stay here or extend the leg. And then slowly on an exhale, lower the heel, slide it back. So your choice, you can continue at your own pace, just lifting one leg at a time like this, or just lifting the heels. Remember, you've got options. If you're wanting that challenge, you can inhale, lift, extend, exhale, lower, and slide. Let's keep this going at your own pace, knowing you've got options. Listen to your body. Stay nice and strong through the core. Inhale, lift and kick. Exhale, lower and slide. Maybe that kick's not in it today. That's okay. Maybe you're just lifting those heels and you're getting a nice stretch through those legs. where you're at there, and that's totally fine. Good, let's do one more on each side. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower, slide. Last one. Whew. And then give those knees a little rock from side to side. You might even lean back in your chair as you let those knees rock. See what feels good in your body right now. All right. So let's come on back up with a nice long spine. Feet are still hips width distance. Inhale, straighten your left leg. Bring that left heel to the floor. Now it might be supportive to sit more toward the edge of the seat, maybe not. Again, see how you're feeling. Make sure you're stable. We're going to inhale, those left toes point up. Exhale, left toes point to the left. Now you can stay right here, right? You might feel this all the way up the leg to the hip, maybe even the low back or more. Now, if you want to take it to the next level, on an exhale, you can slide the leg out to the left. No forcing, no pain, right? Now just pausing there for a moment or staying where you're at and breathing. Now on an exhale, turn those left toes to the right. Pause for a moment, acknowledge the transition. Maybe your leg's still in front of you and that's where you're at. Maybe you had slid your leg out and now on an inhale, slide it back in. Point those toes skyward again. Inhale, lengthen through your spine, engage your core. Exhale, hinge and lean forward. Hands can come to the lap. They might come to the chair. You can keep this axial extension in your spine, meaning that length. Or if your body's saying go deeper, remember, listen to that body, then maybe you slide the left hand down the left leg. But remember, if that's not indicated, your body says, oh no, then listen to your body and always back off. Just a few more breaths here. And then engage your core. Inhale, rise. Exhale, carefully slide this left leg back to the floor and give a little rock, a little shake. Whew. Maybe a release breath. All right. So let's get ready for the other side. I'm going to change the position of my chair so you've got a better angle. But you can stay right where you're at, right on the edge of the chair. Inhale, we're going to straighten that right leg. We'll lengthen through the spine here. And on an exhale, let's point the toes skyward and then point them out to the right. Woo, now breathe here. Again, this might really go into a lot of different areas. Notice where you're feeling it, right? Everyone's body is unique, so just notice. Now you can stay here, just pointing those toes to the right, or engage your core and slide the right leg out to the right. Again, it's your choice, no need to force. Even if you start that movement and your body says, oh no, that's okay, you can always come back, right? Now, when you're ready, keep the core strong. Exhale, toes to the left, and carefully slide them back. Point the toes back up, lengthen through your spine. Hands can be on your lap or holding on to the chair. Exhale, hinge and lean. Now, you might not need to lean very far to feel it, right? So be where you're at. Hands might be on the lap. You can keep your spine here nice and long, especially if you tend to have low back pain. It's good to keep axial extension here. But if your body wants to continue to fold deeper, you have that option. Maybe hand slides down the leg. Listen to your body. Be where you're at. Soften where you can. Knowing you've got that option to play with that humming breath if you'd like. And if not, just be where you're at. Slowing down and deepening your breaths. And then when you're ready, hands back to the thigh. Inhale, nice and strong. Press your way back up. And very carefully, let's slide this right foot back to the floor. Give a little rock and a shake from side to side. Maybe a release breath. And then what we'll do is just rock the knees in and out a few times, just giving those hips a little break. Notice the shifting to the inside and outside of the feet here. So we're just paying attention to that for a moment too. Woo, little wiggle, little shake, maybe from side to side, maybe a little twist. And then let's slow it down. Let's take a quick cat-cow here, hands to the thighs. Inhale, rock forward, lift the belly, the chest, the chin. Exhale, rock back, round through the spine. Inhale, forward, lift. Exhale, tuck and round back. And then breathing in, slowly rise back up. Let's sit back in the chair. And we'll prepare for the final and best pose of them all, Shavasana. So maybe the legs want to extend out if that feels good. Keep some length in your spine here. Feel free to get any wiggles out that need to happen so that we can find a moment of stillness. Hands can rest on the lap. Taking your time here, just settling in. Let's take 3 of those bumblebee Brahmari breaths so that we can find a sense of deep relaxation. So breathe in and hum it out. 2 more at your own pace. Then let go of any control of the breath, any control of the body. Come back to the natural rhythm of your breathing. Just feel gravity taking hold, giving your body full permission to completely relax and let go. If the mind begins to wander off to distractions, bring the attention to the tip of your nose. And just simply watch the flow of your breath. Let go. Receive a breath in. And let it go. Bringing some gentle movement back, wiggling fingers, wiggling toes, maybe circling ankles and wrists. Just stretching out in whatever way feels supportive for you in this moment right now. Then we'll bring the feet back to the floor. Find the length in the spine. We'll draw the hands into a gesture of gratitude, whatever that looks like for you, that might be unique. Just listen to what feels appropriate. And we'll show some gratitude in this moment first for yourself, for taking the time today for your health and well-being. And then we'll extend this gratitude to this beautiful ancient tradition that originated in India long ago. The light in me honors and respects the light in each of you. Thank you so much for sharing your practice today. Namaste. Thank you so much, everybody.